In its efforts to promote the welfare of consumers, the Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, in partnership with the Commonwealth Trade Competitiveness, has validated the GCCPC Competition and Consumer Protection Bill 2025. This bill seeks to address key gaps that have limited the powers and impact of the Commission, such as the introduction of fines for abuse of dominance and exploitative market conduct, powers to initiate consumer protection investigations, as well as the removal of all fees attached to the lodging of consumer complaints. The Competition and Consumer Protection Bill 2025 has been strategically aligned with the Regional Competition Framework of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the AFCFTA Competition Protocol. This reflects the Commission's deeper understanding that competition and consumer protection regulation and enforcement are not limited to the Gambian jurisdiction, but extend to regional and international markets where domestic business and consumers may be affected. Speaking at the validation, the Executive Secretary of Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, Basir Njai, underscored the challenges they face in enforcing their mandate due to the absence of a bill to support them.
For years, we have longed for reform. As technical experts, we have seen firsthand how outdated provisions and gaps in the legal framework hinder our ability to act proactively, swiftly, fairly, and decisively. For years, we have listened to complaints from our dear consumers, from our mothers in the markets, our youth entrepreneurs, our business owners, who rely on us to protect their rights and uphold the principles of fair competition. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we commence the process of ensuring that all relevant concerns from stakeholders in relation to competition and consumer welfare in this country is addressed in this bill.
The board chairperson of the Commission, Yasin Senghor, underscored the objectives of the bill.
The rationale for the draft bill, which we hope to have validated today, is to merge the enforcement regimes for both instruments into a unified piece of legislation that will enhance a more vigorous regulatory and compliance framework. The draft bill, if passed into law, will not only provide for penalties for anti-competitive and consumer rights infringements, but it will also create an effective public enforcement regime that will foster deterrence, sustainable economic growth and development.
The EU representative, Lumana Kamashi, and Commonwealth representative, Azuka, underscored the commitment of the EU in supporting the Gambia and urged participants to portray a sense of patriotism in viewing and validating the bill.
The EU welcomes the Gambian government's initiatives to reform the country's competition and consumer protection regime and align its laws with regional and continental competition protocols. On behalf of the European Union, I would like to express our deep commitment to support the economic development of the Gambia.
This bill, which eventually becomes law, is yours, and that ultimately what's important is the economic growth of the Gambia. It's not a GCCPC thing that we've come to do and after which we leave them. Their work would mean that they're going to interact with your ministry, they're going to need your support. So if we all understand that this is one thing that we are doing for our country, it will make it easier to pass the bill, make it a law, and also to implement it.
The Minister of Defense, on behalf of the Minister of Trade, gave an overview of the bill.
The markets are competitive, prices are fair, quality improves, innovation thrives, and businesses, especially MSMEs, get a fair opportunity to grow. The bill strengthens consumer protection, which is central to any well-functioning market. This bill ensures that the rights of consumers are not only recognized, but also enforceable. The bill will enhance investors' confidence, which in the long run leads to more employment and economic development. A transparent and predictable market environment governed by clear rules and fair enforcement encourages both domestic and foreign investment. Investors are more willing to engage in market where competition is not distorted.
This bill, if enacted, will enhance the legal tools to detect and deter anti-competitive practices such as cartels, price fixing, and abuse of dominance, which undermine economic efficiency and limit consumer choice. Reporting for the Fat Network, Mama A. Toure.